Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's video is going to be a fun one. We're going to be reacting to Jesse on Fire's theory about David, the curly-haired guy that stood up and chanted USA, USA, USA at Charlie Kirk's event. This guy, he's got a very interesting theory, but I think he's wrong, and you're not going to believe what I found out about this guy. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you would, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Am I way off base with my theory? Let me know.
If you want to talk conspiracy, you want to talk about conspiracy, who is, in my opinion, most likely to be behind this. If you want to go big, like real big, global implications conspiracy, I will tell you exactly who I think that is. Now, I work incredibly hard to make sure that all of my videos are top quality.
I love Jesse. This dude just gets so fucking worked up.
But there are only so many when you're going to have breakthrough epiphanies about the biggest case in the world where everyone in the entire world is trying to figure out exactly what happened. Since everybody thinks that we're getting very close to the truth with new information that's been coming out, I'm going to throw a real big wrench into that conclusion right now because I figured something out that I had not realized before, and I don't think anybody had. There are two potential guilty parties, neither of which are a lone shooter as far as I'm concerned. You have the state actor Israel angle, or you have a conspiracy among a bunch of left-wing radicals who planned this. There was a bunch of them in the crowd, and they...
Real quick, what Jesse is talking about here, this part, I'm kind of there with him. On the whole, a group of left-wing radicals that there could have been some of them in the crowd that day. I'm kind of there. There's still no like hard evidence suggesting that. Although there is definitely, I guess you would call it circumstantial evidence. And that is like, the tweets that we seen from certain individuals saying things like tomorrow's going to be a big day. There's no hard evidence pointing to any type of conspiracy yet, but I'm not closing the door on the foreign thing unless I see something really fucking compelling that draws me back to that being a possibility. I don't see it.
Did it all over the internet. And to answer before you even ask, within those scenarios, you have the FBI. And in one side, they would have to be in on it, and it has to be a grand conspiracy. And on the other, they would have just been rushing to judgment. They would have been writing things and then making them public before they had a chance to double check them. So those are the two things. You got left-wing radicals and incompetence, or you have an absolute stone conspiracy. Check this out. Do you guys remember this incident right here? Now, remember immediately following Charlie Kirk getting murdered and the whole place diving down on the grass to be safe, and suddenly there was someone standing up cheering? It took me a while to find one of the videos of that incident where you could actually hear what they were saying, but I did, and I think it's rather interesting.
I do like the conspiracy theorist in me. I really like it's entertaining where Jesse's going with this, right? In the sense that they're mocking us. They are mocking the right. But if that curly haired dude is the one who started the chant, it's not that.
That's right. If it was the leftist radicals, then that was them mocking us, because this time they got the guy that they were trying to kill. I fucking love it.
So here's the thing. He's so fucking worked up. He is, you can see the disgust and just the raw emotion coming out of his face from this epiphany that he's having. But he's wrong. I think there's one more part in this video I want to get to first before we go into why Jesse's wrong, or why I think Jesse's wrong. I can't like prove that there weren't people in that crowd and that they were joining in on that chant in a mockery fashion. I can't prove that. What I think I can at least point strongly in the direction of is that the curly haired dude just does not have anything to do with this.
The guy who asked the question about trans whatever right before a trans radical shot and killed Charlie, and then some other weirdo stood up and went, USA, USA. You know what I realized after that? You know, the guy who started cheering and then whatever, USA. Why would he cheer USA, do you guys think? You know, why would he do that? And I realized it's because he's an Antifa guy, most likely. And USA is a reference to when Trump was shot and went, USA, U.S.
That sounds so evil and vile and disgusting, right? I'm really afraid that the truth of that situation is nowhere near as entertaining as that theory is.
Say, after recording this, I went and watched the 2 videos. So now we're going to do that together. Okay.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Jesse.
You to watch these 2 together and then tell me that I'm wrong.
Hold on your head.
Let's watch it.
So we gotta move to the classroom. Let me get my.
Just to be clear, Jesse wanted us to watch these together, and then he wanted somebody to tell him that he's wrong. And I took the bait.
Watch out. Wait.
And then immediately after Charlie Kirk just got murdered in front of everybody in a very similar situation. That's their get back. Like that's him like clowning on the conservatives because they got him this time. Okay? Like I'm going to do a worse and worse job hiding the fact that I am like every instinct that I have, every fucking instinct that I have is that it's those fucking leftist radicals. And
I agree with you, Jesse. 100%. I agree with you that it's left-wing radicals. It's just not the curly-haired dude. All right, enough suspense. And let's get into why Jesse is wrong, at least about the curly-haired guy. So to break this down, we're going to have to go through a few different things here. So just bear with me. I promise you, the point, it's kind of anticlimactic, but in a really funny way. All right? Just trust me on that. So here we have Mr. McGraw on Twitter, okay? Candace put out a thing, I forget what day it was. Anyway, she's looking for information about the David guy, the curly-haired guy who's seen immediately turning and chanting USA, right? Well, Mr. McGraw here allegedly claims to be one of his good friends, if not his best friend. And here they are. Here is a picture of them together at the event, as you can see in the background. He's wearing a Make America Great Again hat, okay? We'll talk about what kind of t-shirt he has on here in a minute, although it's not relevant. It's just kind of silly, but it's going to make my point. It's going to help make my point. So let's just read a few things that Mr. McGraw has been saying, okay? So Candace says, he's only been identified as David. I want to know what his last name is. Thanks. And anyway, he's saying, I know who he is. I've reached out to you so many times. This is my best friend. I'm in the red hat and gray shirt. I have 11 minutes of 8K footage that I've been wanting to give you, but no one's gotten back to me. And he's hit up a few larger content creators at this point, not just Candace, saying that he's got this video, 8K video, 11 minutes worth, that he wants to give to people to have them analyze. Here he is again, claiming that it's his best friend. He's been trying to get a hold of whoever this is and get information out. There's a screenshot of the video that we've seen of him turning and chanting USA, USA. In these threads, people have questioned him, okay? And I want to get to the answers that he's given. So somebody's replying to him here, where he's saying, I have this video, I want to try to get you the video. This guy's saying, she's an effing idiot. Give it to the FBI. She's endangering your supposed best friend's life. Are you slow? He replies with, yes, this was supposed to have already blown over. I had the FBI talk to him to get it all sorted out. We all moved on from this. We have people asking him about why there's an umbrella in the crowd. Why did he have an umbrella? Was he trying to hide? He's responding with, yes, I asked him to bring the umbrella. It was really hot out that day. We definitely weren't hiding, but we did stand out big time because we were the only ones there that had umbrellas. And this guy is saying that it was his idea for his best friend, David, to bring those umbrellas. Here he's responding to David, okay? I'm not even sure if she wants the truth, man. I've messaged her so many times that I'm the guy standing right next to you in the red hat and gray shirt, and I have 11 minutes of 8K footage minutes before the shooting that I'd love for her to review. And here he's making a claim that David was nowhere close to being part of this at all. In fact, he had no idea what happened. He was looking down when the shot happened. So while we were all knelt down, I told him what happened, and then he started chanting to be a distraction for Charlie. I can't explain the smile. That's it. So here's a picture of David right here, right before Charlie's shot. He has his head down. He's not even looking at Charlie, okay? So as soon as the shot goes off, he has no idea what's going on. Everybody's kneeling down. His friend's kneeling down. And his friend tells him Charlie's been shot, or they shot Charlie. So what does he do? He stands up and starts screaming USA. He has no idea how bad Charlie just got shot. He's just doing what he saw people do in Butler, PA after Trump had gotten shot. Let's get to the funny part. David here replies to Candace Owens. This is his fucking response. I'm not good at social media, but my friends are saying I should talk to Candace, so I'll try to contact her. I'm not good at social media. I got news for you, David. You're pretty good at social media, bro. You're doing really well for not being good at social media. Okay, but this is just a guy on Twitter, right? That's Mr. McGraw. We don't even know if that's him. Well, Mr. McGraw has a YouTube channel. Trust me, this all fits together. Mr. McGraw's name is James Gaffney. We're going to watch some of Mr. McGraw, David's best friend's content here. This is the day of the shooting, and this is him giving an interview to Fox 13 News in Utah. All right? David's best friend, the curly-haired guy that Jesse thinks is Antifa.
To find. Meanwhile, I'm trying to piece together the timeline of what happened during the shooting, and very soon after it all happened, I got a text from someone I've interviewed before on previous stories. His name's James Gaffney, and James, if you could walk in the frame here with me. You texted me very quickly after it happened, and you were very close. Can you tell me what you saw?
Yeah, I was like 15 feet away. Well, if you can even see it on there, very close. I can't believe it didn't seem real at first. Not at all. I thought it sounded like a firecracker almost, so it must have been a couple of shots that got fired. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing him go down, and I'm like, what? And then all of us are going down. And then about 30 seconds later, people start moving, and I start walking past the car that they had him in, and there was a guy outside of it with blood all over him, and I'm hearing a guy saying, we need to shut this area down, and just people are walking, but no one's running from where we're at. They must have been running a different way, but they weren't running where we were. And this isn't right. This is so stupid. Like, it's like every shooting is from radical leftists. I am so tired of it. Like, you can't feel safe. Like, I probably will never go anywhere without my gun again. Like, and if they think that shooting him is going to make it so that our resolve is less, you got another thing coming. Because there's going to be a movement because of what he did. We are not going backing down from this. This is so stupid.
So based off the photo you showed me, and obviously very hard to see with the brightness and the phone and everything, you were what, third row, fourth row? You saw it right away.
There was only 3 people in front of me, and I had a direct shot, and I can hardly believe it happened. I love Charlie Kirk. This is so stupid. And I will not be shaken in my faith with what he was doing. So, yeah, sorry, I don't know.
From what I know of Charlie, and from what I've heard from other people that came out to see him speak today, he encouraged people who disagreed with him to show up and to stand in the front row. Obviously, it sounds like you agreed with him. You were very up close. Did you see it happen? Did you see him get shot?
Yes. Like, it was right in front of me. I thought it was fake. Like, there was, I don't want to go into the detail. It was so crazy, just so much. I had no doubt that there was no way he survived this because of how much I saw. And he is. He's not with us anymore, and this is so stupid that it's happening here.
You were telling me earlier today the format of the event. It sounded like people were lining up to ask questions. Maybe there was only one question asked, two questions asked before this happened?
It was way too coincidental with this person that was asking questions about transgenders being banned from having guns, which I totally agree with. You guys are off your rocker. Like, seriously, like, we don't have to agree with what you are. Who cares? Be you, but stop trying to force it on us and stop pushing your ideology on us and going to this radical with it. Like, I don't get it. So they're talking about that, and right when they're talking about that with this guy, this is when it happens, and it seemed way too coincidental at that point. I mean, he should be talked to. Whoever was asking that question, the timing seemed way too convenient.
James, thank you for telling us what you saw from your perspective.
Let's watch some more of Mr. Gaffney's content, shall we?
Having lunch at one of these dime a dozen restaurant chains is like licking a public trash can.
Yep, tastes just like it smells.
So it's a Saturday afternoon, and you just picked up another pile of greasy corporate hogwash for a family picnic.
There's a bear! There's a bear!
Don't buy food that even a bear won't eat.
We're going to watch a little bit more. I'm thinking you guys might be getting the point that I'm going to be making here shortly. All right?
Okay. Just want to say briefly something that happened, and I'm not going to say where. But what is it with... I'm at this place I'm trying to get into, and I'm trying to open the door, so I'm pushing on it, and it won't open. But clearly it's open because there's a sign next to it that says it's open. So I keep pushing on it. What felt like 5 minutes being frustrated. What? Why is it my brain wouldn't tell me to pull? Like, no one else is coming into this place, and I'm standing there just pushing.
Are you guys ready for me to break this down? We have a word for guys like David and for guys like his friend here, James Gaffney. Would you like to know what that word is? And if for whatever reason, James, if you see this video, I mean no offense, but these guys are dorks. Okay? They're not Antifa. They're not trans-Tifa. They are dorks. James on his YouTube channel has a few videos. I didn't want to play those of him and his family, him and his kids. His shirt that he's wearing in this interview says, "I love it when my wife lets me play video games." He asked his friend to bring him umbrellas to block the sun out because it's hot. So, Jesse, I'm telling you, you're wrong, buddy. These guys are dorks. I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel in here. So if you guys want, you can go look at his little bit of content that he's done. I'm not sure. It looks like he might have done a little bit of acting. I don't know what he does for a profession, but even in this interview, like when I first watched this interview, my spidey senses were tingling a little bit. Like it felt a little extra, but then I watched more of his stuff and I think he's just a little socially awkward, and he's just a dork. He's a big dork. And I could be wrong, but I'm usually pretty good about picking up on people's vibes. All right. If you go back and watch, if you can find them, those videos of David where it's like he's reading like a scripted thing. And then he does like another one where he's not reading a scripted thing and he's saying like they're just, I don't think there's anything there, at least not with these guys. Me personally. I think they're just fucking weirdos. And no offense if he sees this. I think they're just goofballs. It's nowhere near as sexy as Jesse's theory. And I apologize. I wish I could have come up with something better. But I have to be honest with what I see. And that's what I see. So this was a fun one to do. Not going in ham on Jesse. I watch almost every video Jesse does. So I know he's gone down some rabbit holes and he's all gung-ho on certain things. And I'm kind of the exact opposite of that. I like to have evidence of things and I like to really piece it together for myself. But not saying Jesse's wrong about everything he says or whatever. But anyway, doesn't matter. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.